Are you ready, kids? I can't hear you! Oh! Who are the ones in the 36 Hunger Games simulation? SpongeBob SquarePants! Yes, my dear friends, it is the 36th Hunger Games simulation, and this time we're going to do a Hunger Games simulation suggested by you guys. That is right. I do not have the exact names of all the people who suggested SpongeBob to me, but to all those who suggested SpongeBob to be a Hunger Games simulation, this one's for you guys. You guys are awesome, and I'm hoping to do a lot more that are suggested by the fans, the people who are watching these. So, for a moment, you see, my girlfriend's the one who set this one up for me. She's been setting up a majority of all the Hunger Games that I've done this season, and I can't thank her enough. So big thank you to her, and I just gotta say, can we just take a moment and appreciate the picture that she chose for Old Man Jenkins? I mean, look at that. It's like, there's chaos all around me, and I'm enjoying it. I love it, and I know Old Man Jenkins has been depicted by so many different old fish character models in SpongeBob. I know, like, pretty much every single episode he's a different person, but he's still Old Man Jenkins. So I'm just happy that it's a picture like that, and it's hilarious. So let's go through the roster of this Hunger Games simulations now. From District 1, we have SpongeBob SquarePants and Gary the Snail. District 2, we have Patrick Star and Squidward Tentacles. District 3, we have Mr. Krabs and Pearl Krabs, or just Pearl. From District 3, we have Sheldon J. Plankton, or just Plankton, and Karen. District 5, we have Larry the Lobster and Sandy Cheeks. From District 6, we have Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. From District 7, we have Man Ray and the Dirty Bubble. From District 8, we have Patchy the Pirate and Potty the Parrot. From District 9, we have Squilliam Fancy Son and the Flying Dutchman. From District 10, we have Bubble Bass and Mrs. Puff. District 11, we have Old Man Jenkins and King Neptune. And from District 12, we have Painty the Pirate and Doodlebob. Now, if there's any other well-known characters in SpongeBob, I didn't want to put them in because I wanted this SpongeBob simulation, although some of the pictures are from newer episodes, I wanted it to be about big characters from the first 3 seasons, the golden seasons, if you will. So, that's why it is the way it is, and now it's time to choose our 3 tributes that we're going to be rooting for. Choose your 3. My 3, I'm going to have to go with Plankton because he's my favorite character. The Flying Dutchman because I enjoy every single episode he's in. And as my 3rd, I'm going to go out into left field and go with Old Man Jenkins. I mean, that picture sold it for me. So, let's hope that one of our tributes win, maybe one of your tributes will win, and let us begin this Hunger Games simulation. Let us proceed to the bloodbath as I grab some water. Oh, water's so friggin' good. Okay. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Larry the Lobster runs away from the cornucopia. It looks like Patchy the Pirate, King Neptune, also run away from the cornucopia. Old Man Jenkins takes a handful of throwing knives. Watch out, Old Man Jenkins. I hope I don't miss again. And then he just kills somebody. The Dirty Bubble floats away from the cornucopia, would probably be the best. Doodlebob, Man Ray both run away from the cornucopia as well. Mrs. Puff grabs a shield leaning on the cornucopia. Karen and Mr. Krabs run away from the cornucopia. Barnacle Boy finds a canteen full of water. Bubble Bass runs away from the cornucopia. The Flying Dutchman and Pearl and SpongeBob all run away from the cornucopia. A lot of people are running away, not that much death. Gary snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Mermaid Man runs away from the cornucopia. Plankton finds a canteen full of water. Patrick Star strangles Painty the Pirate with a rope. Patrick! He's showing his psychotic side already! Dang, man, and that picture of him is so perfect. He's just like, it's all the clues are coming together. Dang, man, and you killed a painting with a rope. That takes some talent. Potty the parrot grabs a sword. Squilliam Fancy Son runs away from the cornucopia. Squidward grabs a shield leaning up against the cornucopia, and Sandy falls into a frozen drought. That is like the least thing I would think would happen to Sandy. Because she's wearing a waterproof suit, airtight suit, to live under the sea. And she dies by falling into a frozen lake. Well, I guess maybe when she fell in, like it was ripped on like some jagged ice and like she just either froze or drowned to death. But that sucks. Poor Sandy. Alrighty. Day 1. Patchy begs for Larry to kill him, but refuses, keeping Patchy alive. King Neptune hunts for other tributes. Mermaid Man catches Squidward off guard and kills him. Dang, man, we lost one of the main characters just like that. Dang, Squidward's out of the picture. I was hoping Squidward would have lasted a long time, but... the Dirty Bubble, Man Ray, Squilliam, and Mr. Krabs are hunting for other tributes. Can you feel it, Mr. Krabs? I bet he can. Mrs. Puff makes a wooden spear. Patrick makes a slingshot. Potty constructs a shack. Somehow? Barnacle Boy, Bubble Bass, Pearl, and Karen hunt for other tributes. Gary is unable to convince Doodlebob not to kill him. I say mercy, party, mercy, mercy. That's what Doodlebob says, and then Gary's just like, bow. And he just erases Gary. That is actually quite tragic. I'm kind of sad now. Plankton receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor, but it's not the Krabby Patty formula. He can't have that. He can't have a Krabby Patty. SpongeBob SquarePants traps and kills Old Man Jenkins. No! Old Man Jenkins! No! That sucks, man. Then the Flying Dutchman dies of an infection. You're a ghost! How? Is it a ghostly infection? Is it a ghost cold? Is that what you died from? Jeez, 2 of my tributes already gone. That sucks, man. Flying Dutchman, I expected more from you. Arena event! There's already an arena event! Okay, let's see what the arena event does. The arena's border begins to rapidly contract, so it's getting very, very small. Mr. Krabs survives. Alrighty. Bubble Bass pushes King Neptune onto the border while he isn't paying attention. Thinking they could escape, Squilliam, Fancy Son, and Potty the Parrot attempt to run through the barrier together, but it doesn't work. Mermaid Man restrains Pearl on a tree and leaves her to die. Patrick survives. Thinking they can escape, SpongeBob and Karen attempt to run through the border together. And they die. So SpongeBob's gone too. The Dirty Bubble survives, thinking they can escape. Plankton and Barnacle Boy attempt to run through the border together, and they die! All my tributes gone! Within like 30 seconds of each other. Man, I don't like this Hunger Games no more. Larry the Lobster pushes Doodlebob into the border while he isn't paying attention. Patchy survives. Man Ray is electrocuted by the border, and Mrs. Puff survives. Okay. 16 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. It hasn't even been 1 day, and we lose 16 contested 16 tributes. This is sad. Painty the Pirate, Sandy Cheeks, Squidward Tentacles, Gary the Snail, Old Man Jenkins, the Flying Dutchman, King Neptune, Squilliam Fancy Son, Potty the Parrot, Pearl, SpongeBob, Karen, Plankton, Barnacle Boy, Doodlebob, and Man Ray have all fallen to this Hunger Games. This freaking sucks. That's all my tributes taken out in 1 freaking day, and now I have to choose between who's left to choose who's gonna be my 4th. Okay. Let's see. Who are my options? It's like I want to go for Patrick. You know what? I'm going for Patrick because how he was in the first few seasons of the show was good. And he was my favorite character at that point during those first 3 seasons. But later on, Plankton became my favorite character. So I'm going to have to go with Patrick now. Night 1. Mr. Krabs cries himself to sleep. Probably because, I don't know, maybe some quarters got killed during the electrocution. Patchy the pirate sees a fire but stays hidden. Mrs. Puff goes to sleep. Patrick looks at the night sky. Mermaid Man lets the Dirty Bubble into his shelter. But he's your sworn nemesis, the Dirty Bubble! How could you do such a thing? Bubble Bass cooks his food before putting out his fire, and Larry cries himself to sleep. The feast! The feast! Well, God, you know what? I don't even think I can do that. I'm just kind of drained by this point. So much death has happened, and it's like it's barely even been a Hunger Games since it's been so quick. But the cornucopia is replenished by food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Larry the Lobster decides not to go to the feast, as does Mr. Krabs. The Dirty Bubble steals Mermaid Man's memoirs! No! Crush you, Dirty Bubble! I will defeat you! Evil! Evil! Patchy the Pirate takes a staff leaning against a cornucopia. Patrick Star decides not to go to the feast. There probably isn't even any Krabby Patties there, so I mean, what's the point? And Bubble Bass kills Mrs. Puff for her supplies. For her food, probably, because, you know, he's a fatty. Day 2. Mr. Krabs camouflages himself in some bushes. Mermaid Man steals from Bubble Bass while he isn't looking. Karma's a bitch, Bubble Bass! And you're evil! That's why you died. Or at least got stole from. The Dirty Bubble constructs a shack, somehow without the use of arms or legs. Patrick Star chases Larry the Lobster, and Patchy tries to sleep through the entire day like a lazy bones. He's gonna be a pile of bones come the end of this, unless he wins. Mrs. Puff is the only cannon shot to be heard in the distance. Mrs. Puff is the only one who has died on day 2. And to be honest, after freaking day 1, it hasn't been a good day. Bubble Bass loses sight of where he is. Patrick defeats the Dirty Bubble in a fight, but spares his life. Larry the Lobster dies of dysentery by pooping himself so much, probably from all those, all those tanning pills. Who revived you? Some guy in an ambulance. So if we all just pretended that we were a fireman or some guy in an ambulance who resurrects us from tanning pills, then we could all see that we can all be winners of a Hunger Games. Mr. Krabs thinks about winning. Patchy the Pirate attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful, and Mermaid Man tries to treat his infection. Day 3. Mermaid Man receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Mr. Krabs collects fruit from a tree, thinking, oh, I can make money off of these. Money, money, money. Patchy the Pirate tries to sleep through the entire day. Patchy is a lazy bones! It's twice in a row he's done this. And Patrick stalks the Dirty Bubble. He's like, I didn't kill you last time, but I'm keeping my eye on you, Dirty Bubble. And Bubble Bass questions his sanity. One cannon shot heard in the distance. Larry the Lobster is the only one to have fallen in battle this time from poops. He died from poops. Night 3. Mr. Krabs thinks about winning. Bubble Bass loses sight of where he is. The Dirty Bubble sets up camp for the night. Mermaid Man sets up camp for the night. And Patchy the Pirate begs Patrick to kill him. He refuses, keeping Patchy alive. Patchy just wants to die. I mean, he's sleeping through the entire days. He wants people to kill him. It's crazy. Mr. Krabs injures himself. It's okay. He can come back. He's pretty good at injuring himself and coming back. Patrick Star tries to sleep through the entire day. So you see, this I can understand. We already know Patrick is a lazy bones. So him trying to sleep through the entire day isn't as sinful as Patchy doing it. Come on, Patchy, you have a fan club to run for Pete's sake. Patchy the Pirate tends to Bubble Bass's wounds. The Dirty Bubble fishes. Mermaid Man receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. No one died, so no cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Night 4. Mermaid Man, Mr. Krabs, and Patchy the Pirate cheerfully sing songs together. Well, I guess that's nice. The Dirty Bubble sees a fire and stays hidden. Probably the trio above him singing songs together, and he's like, nope. Patrick Star sees fire and decides to stay hidden. Probably the same thing what the Dirty Bubble's doing. And Bubble Bass sets up camp for the night. Day 5. Patchy the Pirate discovers a cave. The Dirty Bubble makes a wooden spear. Patrick Star bleeds out due to untreated injuries. Well, there it goes. There it goes. All 4 of my people gone. What's the point now? Bubble Bass questions his sanity. I think it's gonna be very ironic if Bubble Bass ends up dying from hunger. I mean, because he already has a lot of fat to feed off of for a while. And Mr. Krabs shoots a poisonous blow dart into Mermaid Man's neck, slowly killing him. So the dynamic duo is finally gone. And I find it funny how it's like the dirty bubble makes a wooden spear, once again, without the use of any arms. But once again, it has a point, and he doesn't like points. He's scared of a pencil, for Pete's sake, when SpongeBob wants his autograph. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Patrick Star and Mermaid Man have both fallen in battle. Both awesome characters, especially in the first couple of seasons. I always enjoyed the Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy episodes. Night 5. Mr. Krabs cries himself to sleep. Patchy the Pirate looks at the night sky, and the Dirty Bubble and Bubble Bass talk about the tribute still alive. All 2 of them. Or 4 of them. Not including the 2 who are talking. Day 6. The Dirty Bubble poisons Mr. Krabs' drink, and he drinks it and dies! Dang, Mr. Krabs, you shouldn't have been so greedy. You should have questioned, you know, the giving of a cup more. And that's all the main characters. They're all gone. Patchy the Pirate makes a wooden spear, and Bubble Bass practices his archery. 1 cannon shot can be heard in the distance, for Mr. Krabs is the only casualty of Day 6. Night 6. The Dirty Bubble falls into a pit and dies. Okay, finally he probably falls into a pit full of pointy things and finally pops. So that's how I'm thinking the Dirty Bubble finally dies. And Bubble Bass kills Patchy the Pirate as he tries to run. Wow! He probably just sat on him. He's probably just like, like belly flops him. And like Patchy's just like, why? Shiver me timbers, blah. Which means that the winner of the SpongeBob Hunger Games is Bubble Bass from District 10. Man, this Hunger Games could have been a whole lot funner if it wasn't for that early arena event. That's one of the things that really kills the Hunger Games simulations, is when there's a early arena event, and it's like, you can't plan that, and you can't, like, work around it. Because once you, like, set up a Hunger Games, an algorithm is made, so whatever's going to happen is already set to happen. So it sucks that sometimes arena events happen so early that so many people die, and then it's, like, just not fun to watch anymore. I mean, this one still was enjoyable to watch, but, I mean, just with that beginning arena event, it kind of took away a lot of the tension. But there is our lineup. Bubble Bass has won this Hunger Games simulation. And now the question is, did one of your tributes win, or did all of your tributes fall? And if you liked this video, be sure to like and favorite if you did. Subscribe, of course, if you feel inclined to. Be sure to leave down in the comments if your tribute won or if they didn't win, and of course some suggestions for future Hunger Games, because I want to do more Hunger Games that you guys suggest. So until next time, my friends, I want you to be a good person, tip your waitresses, keep moving forward, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm out there in YouTube land. I'll see you then. Yeah.